Yeah, and unfair. Yes.
And by unfair, you mean unjust?
Yes.
And by unjust, would you say wrongfully convicted?
Yes.
What's your basis to believe that he was wrongfully convicted?
The basis would be, I sat through and watched, in hip hop, I cover the majority of trials and the majority of cases. And I not only have to do that, clearly, I'm not a lawyer, you are, but I review all of these details, court transcripts of all these testimonies. And I thought the burden of proof was on the prosecutor to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Tory Lanez was not only in possession of a weapon but shot Miss Pete. And I had a lot of doubt. There was a lot of doubt that I thought was more than reasonable. So under that premise, I don't see, or I couldn't stand behind a decision to put somebody in jail for 10 years when there's more than what I believe is reasonable doubt that he didn't commit these crimes. So, from there, I'm not gonna agree with any type of incarceration of him.
Did you reserve your opinion with respect to whether or not
Yo, she's so tight. She's so tight by this. I don't know why.
you thought that there was sufficient evidence to sustain a conviction against him until after the trial concluded, or did you speak on it during the duration of the trial?
Oh, definitely spoke on it during the duration. When people are watching me give an opinion or cover a trial, it's definitely rooted in how I see it, mixed with, hey, listen, these are the facts. But as we all know, a lot of times facts could, depending on how you put them, in what order, in who the facts supposedly are coming from, or even a testimony, it could really, the person who's receiving those things could go either way. So I always have an opinion and point of view. So from the get-go, I definitely thought, hey, listen, this is a crock of BS. And yes, that means bullshit. From the get-go, where the victim was supposedly, I felt like she was just lying. I felt like she was an habitual liar. I felt like she couldn't tell the truth to save her life. And then now when it relied on her testimony, along with a couple other things from what I've seen, but her testimony definitely was an important factor.
Just to interject real quick. When you say a couple other things, you mean other evidence that was admitted at trial and considered by the jury during the criminal trial, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right, like bullet fragments pulled from her feet, right? At surgery.
Some.
That's a form.
Say again.
Okay, let's try the question again. She just objected to form. That's okay. You can still answer, but I'll repeat the question.
Another form is that it's assuming facts, not in evidence.
Okay, that's not an objection during a deposition, but okay. One of the forms of evidence.
By the way, that's Milagro's lawyer. So Milagro lawyer sits through all depositions because her client, this is a fact-finding situation, and anything I say, whether to help her or hurt her, she wants to be able to at least object that maybe some questions are inappropriate or she's leading or whatever. So that's Milagro lawyer talking in the background.
Was metallic fragments that were pulled from Miss Pete's feet after surgery that was admitted into trial, right?
Yes. Are we? I mean, I could broadly lay out why I feel that way, unless you're trying to get me to agree or disagree with each single point. The point of, and I'll sum it up for you. I'm gonna think someone is a liar when they get pulled over by the police and they tell the police I stepped on glass, and it doesn't come out later until you're mad. And I like to stay out of people's, I used to call it dick and pussy business. That's how I, colloquially refer to these things. When people get mad and they're in their feelings because they're having sex and they're in what's really a relationship that might be domestic or, however turbulent in nature, I like to stay out of those things because people's objectives change over time. So if I was supposed to believe this person who ends up being the star witness, when she first gets pulled over, she stepped on glass. If I was supposed to believe her in trial, when she now hates this guy, and we all know, and again, I'm saying we all know, but I'm saying it from just a societal perspective. Listen, there's no girlfriend that's going to have a bad breakup with you and then go say, this guy is the best guy ever. Stories are always going to change, perspective change. Then she says, no, he shot me. So again, I'm going off of those things, and I like to believe women. So when she tells me one thing and then she tells me another, I don't know what to believe, right? And to me, that's doubt already. That's doubt.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. At the end of every trial day, did you download the
Belt to ass. This is Rock Nation's finest. This is what they got going on over there with Meg Thee Stallion. Yo, these lawyers just got little 3 little letters at the end of their name saying they passed the bar. They talking dumb shit. Really, they doing it for the check. You know what's crazy? I guarantee even this girl right here, this lady, she probably a decent young lady. This is her gig. She got to do it to go get her money. I don't know if she has kids or she definitely probably has a family. Bro, they don't give a fuck, bro. If me and her was at a bar and I had nothing to do with the case or whatever, she'd probably tell me, I don't give a fuck about this Meg Thee Stallion shit. I'm just over there getting my bread. But I got to argue. That's my job. These lawyers don't believe what they're saying, bro. They're saying what they think. They're saying what they're paid to say. That's my client. Let me just try to wrap you around in legalese that you're going to look stupid. Now, she tried it with me for 7 hours. And chat, I'm going to let it play. I'm not cutting it right now because this is raw conversation. We got about 18 more minutes of this. This is Tory and Meg shit. We're straight talking about it. And if you in chat, y'all gonna be able to tell me, this lawyer really gave you belt to ass. But I think it's the opposite. Y'all are trying to get me on the record to say that I was just capping on my streams and in the media, and I don't believe it. And I sat there and told you, this chick is a liar. She is a liar yesterday, today, and I think she'll lie tomorrow. And I don't believe her. And this is why I have all the doubts about the particular case. She tried to sidestep me. Classic debate tactic. Well, the jury, they were there and they said this. Do you accept the verdict? That's basically saying, do you accept the jury's opinion? Of course I accept the verdict because I'm a law-abiding citizen of the United States of America and we deal with law and justice. We, of course, are going to accept that. We're not going to do it January 6th. We're not going to fucking go break Tory out of the jail. However, it doesn't mean I have to accept that they made the right decision. That's the point. She was heated. It's like the Rock Nation Meg Thee Stallion propaganda. I thought y'all were here to find facts out, not to question me and try to change my mind. But let it go.
Transcripts of the trial proceedings for that day and review them?
Not every
before you posted.
By the way, chat, I'm still on chill mode. Right now, I'm on zone 2. I'm in gear 2. I ain't even really amp it up because I ain't think this chick was really trying me. I'm like, come on, I do this for a living. You a junior associate or whatever over there, they ain't even send Alex Spiro. If they send Alex Spiro, and I do mention him in this thing, if they send Alex Spiro, I knew they sent the big dog. They ain't send the big dog. They sent the pup. They sent the pup to spar with. You can't send the pup. Y'all sent the pup? Come on, man.
Before you streamed about them?
Not every day. That trial, we relied on numerous people giving their